So right now I'm at the place where Prophet Abraham or Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam was supposedly born. And in this video I'm going to take you on a tour through Roman cities of the dead and the world's oldest temple in this historic Turkish city of Şanlıurfa. Let's do this. Okay, we're at Şanlıurfa, which is an incredibly historic place with 13,000 years of history stacked into one place and goes all the way back to the Stone Age. It was also a prominent city back during the Greek and Roman empires. And for the first stop today, we are going into a necropolis. So this is one of those places where the Romans or the Greeks buried their dead. Let's go in and take a look at the city of the dead. So this stuff is super cool for a Greek mythology nerd like me. You can see that people were buried here in these tombs, but also there's like figures from Greek mythology that I grew up being obsessed with. This is like an original sarcophagus.
Important person's grave was stay here, and there is a two door.
What you just saw behind me with these additional doors and special compartments is what is supposedly the graves that belong to the really rich people in the necropolis, which is why they had this additional layers of security or extra doors leading to their graves. So one thing I learned from that last part is even in death, the rich preserved their privilege back in ancient Rome and ancient Greece.
This signature is a signature. Yeah, grave Suryani, white Suryani, Greek. Suryani Greek.
This is really cool. You can see from the different gravestones which group the people belong to. The Greeks, the Syriacs, and this is a little bit treacherous over here. We're jumping over literally these tombstones. I've been getting a personal tour from an archaeologist at the site. I'm guessing that's because not a lot of people are visiting the site at this moment. But yeah, I'll take what I can get. Now we're gonna go to the Şanlıurfa Archaeology Museum, which is supposed to be a super special place. Shout out to Ali for showing me Urfa while taking classes online on his phone.
Yes.
Even as you're about to enter the museum, you'll see these coffins from the ancient Roman Empire sitting right outside, which by themselves would have been a pretty significant museum attraction just about anywhere else. This is some insane stuff. Like, we just saw a statue from 11,000 years ago, which is the oldest yet discovered life-size statue. Now, there's a lot of other cool museums I've been to, but most of them are bringing stuff from places that are like thousands of miles away. But this one is bringing everything from right here, from this region or from this city even. There's a lot more in that museum than just Stone Age or the Neolithic Age. There's a lot of stuff from the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, or even the Islamic period that happened in this area. But I had to leave in a hurry because I need to catch a bus to Göbekli Tepe. We just arrived on the bus to Göbekli Tepe, and this place is higher up elevation than the rest of Urfa for sure. So it's a lot colder. Definitely had to put on my jacket. Just met Yusuf. It's from Mardin, where I just came from.
Hello.
It is starting to rain, and this is starting to feel a lot like one of my Hawaii hikes, except it's a lot colder and looks more like Scotland than anything else. They took my gorilla pod because they said no tripods, and I wasn't really sure how to explain to them the difference between a gorilla pod and a tripod, so the videos are not good enough. That's not my fault. So at least there's shade from the rain over here. And this is the main part of Göbekli Tepe, which is a Neolithic religious site or temple. And for normal people who are wondering what that means and what makes this group of pillars any more special than all the other ones you've seen all around the world, the important fact here is that this one's from 9,500 BC, or 11,500 years ago. That's 7,000 years before Stonehenge. That's 5,500 years before the first ever civilizations popped up in Mesopotamia. And this place changed the way we perceive history. Before this place was discovered, no one had any idea that people worshipped anything that long ago. And it was widely considered to believe that worshipping or temple started after human beings had agriculture and civilizations. Not anymore. And if you're saying this doesn't look as cool as the pyramids, I can totally see your point. But the significance of this place is pretty damn high, especially for a history nerd like me. Alright, I think I'm gonna go get some more views and get back on the shuttle and head back, because this is cold and freezing and it's really painful for me. There's tears in my eyes right now. So, I was just walking, trying to get to the next spot. And this car that was broken down was being pushed uphill by I think 3 or 4 people. And then they asked me to join in and I was like, I guess, I don't speak Turkish, but I can do that. And we definitely pushed it up the hill and it went down. So I think I've definitely done my fair share of workout for the day. So I just came across some elderly gentlemen who were extremely curious about me and were talking to me, asking where I was from in a very positive way. And I'm sure if I had stayed like for another minute, they would have offered me tea and food. And I just want to say that I can only capture so many of these incredible experiences that I'm having in southeastern Turkey. But this has essentially been every interaction for me in this place. And it's not just me. If you follow any other bloggers who've traveled to this part, this kind of hospitality in Turkey, and especially, hello, this kid staring at me. Hi. For those of you who haven't seen my last video about how I ran into Ali on a bus and how I ended up staying with him, you definitely should. That should tell you everything you need to know about Turkish and Kurdish hospitality.
What is your name?
Nadir. Yeah, it's a Turkish name. Officially in the historical old city of Şanlıurfa, and you just got a very good demonstration of how much I suck at football or soccer. I swear I'm a lot better in basketball. I'm at this very historic mosque that was built in the 12th century over here. And supposedly it was built on top of a very prominent church in this region. And apparently that church was built on top of a prominent synagogue in the region back in the 6th century. So that last sentence right there should give you a good idea of how much history and how many different kinds of groups of people this place has seen just in the last 1500 years. And then you start doing the math and you realize that the temple that we just saw is 10,000 years older than when this synagogue used to exist right here. So this place really has seen it all.
Oh yeah, carry.
Look at that. That's so cool. So I'm at a spot right now that is considered holy to a lot of people. The Prophet Abraham, or in Islam you might know him as Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, was supposedly born in the city of Şanlıurfa. And there's a little bit of debate on that. From what I looked up, no one's really exactly sure where he was born. Some people say it's here, some people say it's in Iraq. The story that is believed by a lot of people here at least is that he was born in a cave where his mother came to seek shelter from a king that was trying to kill him. This cave has become a place of worship for a lot of people that believe that part is true. And that cave is behind me right there, which I went into to take a better look. And you know, there's like other people who are religious, Jewish, Christian, whatever. They all believe in Abraham or Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, but they don't necessarily believe that this part of the story is true. So another very important part of this site is this lake over here. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that in the Quran There's something written along the lines of God telling fire not to touch Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. The legend of the story, and this is a lot of people even who live here think it's just a legend, is that people tried to burn Prophet Abraham, but the fire turned into water, and this is the lake of that water. And the myth or the legend here goes further, and it says that the fish in this lake are actually holy fish. So if you eat it, you're gonna go blind or something like that. I believe these are the holy fish that I was just talking about. Good thing I don't even eat fish. It's raining again, which makes things complicated. Means that I need to hurry up and finish my vlog ASAP. Just for the record, guy, I'm just repeating stuff that I've read and heard here. I'm not making any statements about whether I think they're true or untrue. So I'm not trying to offend anyone. Oh, a cat. Now it's time to go to our very last spot of the day. And of course I'm gonna have to go on a hike to get to this place. Oh, there's a rainbow over the city. I am at Urfa Castle, or Urfa Khaleesi. I'm not a fan of that name because it reminds me of Khaleesi and the absolute shit show that was the last season of Game of Thrones. I don't think I can go to the top. I might be wrong, but there's actually like a moat around it and I don't see a bridge. And I think I'm gonna end the vlog here because it's almost dark and I have this epic view of all of Urfa behind me. I'll zoom in a second for those better shots. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet view of the whole city whenever it's not blocked by these trees, that is. But so my friend Ali kept telling me that this is not a view worth hiking up to, and he's totally wrong. This is the best view of Şanlıurfa that I've seen the whole time, and you should definitely come here. If you want to see more about how I came to Şanlıurfa and met Ali and all about that Turkish hospitality, watch the vlog right before this. I'm filming two at the same time. If you're a Bangla speaker waiting for Bangla versions of these two vlogs, that is unfortunately not happening. These were done very much on the go. Didn't mean to make a pun. These were done very much in the moment without me having time to prepare for anything. And usually when I do Bangla vlogs, I need a lot of time to prepare for it. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to support this channel, please subscribe to my channel and follow me everywhere. And if you want to get updates on these videos months before they come out and see these places from a different angle, follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of cool stuff there and a lot more videos and pictures of dogs and cats if you're into that. I'll catch you guys in the next vlog, probably from Cappadocia.